So this is an episode of Just Some Guy Talking, and today's topic is Snooki versus Toni Morrison and this whole debate at Rutgers. Now, Rutgers is my alma mater, so of course I feel a certain way about anyone putting it in the news for anything negative. No matter, even though I've gone through the RU screw and all that stuff, you know what I mean? I still feel like it's home. So, basically there's this news report that, there's these festivals at the end of the year to celebrate the end of the year and all of these things. And so there's like Rutgers Fest and Unity Day and all these different things like Cook Ag Field Day. So they polled all the students, they asked them who they want to have come, and who won out was Snooki. And even if they didn't do it, even if they didn't do it by like student vote, here's the thing, that these festivals invite a lot of people from outside the university who will come and they'll participate, and they bring money, they purchase things. So it's definitely a big revenue day for the school. So, there's going to be a lot of people that probably never stop by Rutgers that are either going to learn about it, be intrigued, or actually come down. So that's built in advertising. So here's the point. They're spending $35,000 on her, right? For have her like come and talk, whatever. Toni Morrison is also coming this year for Commencement, which is a totally different thing, and they're giving her $30,000. So people are like, how are you going to pay Toni Morrison, who's a award-winning writer, has written so many different things, celebrated author, she's been on Oprah, different things like that. How are you going to pay her less than Snooki? And here's the first thing. They've never paid anyone for Commencement. So Toni Morrison is actually making $30,000 more than any other Commencement speakers ever made. So first of all, I'd applaud her, rock on. Secondly, listen, like I said, it's a little investment. Getting Snooki here is going to bring a lot of people to the university. You know what? There's a lot of people that are going to be like, oh, you know what? Rutgers has like lots of fun stuff, so maybe I should go there as a school. So it's built in advertisement. Thirdly, there's a senator, I think his name is John Kyrillos or something, and he's saying that he wants to put up a law against using state funding in this way. Listen, the state of New Jersey, listen to this. If you figured out how to give tax breaks to millionaires, I'm sorry, I don't really feel that there's any real need to give any tax breaks to millionaires. If you're making a certain amount of money, you should get taxed the same rate that I do. I'm not necessarily saying you should get taxed more in proportion, but in proportion, if I make $20,000 and you're making $200,000, I think it's only fair we get taxed at the same rate. And so anyway, so the point of this is that if the state of New Jersey can figure out how to do tax breaks for millionaires and also cut student funding, then I don't see why they should even be concerned about if Snooki comes to the school. Is it going to bring more notoriety to Rutgers? Yes. Is it going to bring more advertising to Rutgers? Yes. I mean, Rutgers is already sponsored by by Pepsi, right? Pepsi or Coke, I can never remember. It's one of the beverage companies. But point being, they're getting sponsored. How much more people do you think are going to come hearing that Snooki is going to be there just for the fact that it's crazy? That's built in advertising. I bet you that weekend the school is going to generate so much money in just people coming to the student center, eating, staying around. It helps the community around. So all of this stuff. And the tax break for millionaires doesn't put any money in anybody's pocket except for the millionaires. So, hey, Mr. Joe Kyrillos and state of New Jersey, maybe you should figure out how to not cut funding for students instead of trying to waste taxpayer time on writing a bill to prevent this from happening. Maybe we should write a bill to prevent you from being stupid. That might work. And that, to me, actually be a little bit more cost effective. So there you go. That's what I think on Snooki versus Toni Morrison and the whole Rutgers thing. That's Just Some Guy Talking.